Next in the PM procedure, we're going to be testing the bipolar, cut, and coag. We're going to be testing the low, medium, and macro for the bipolar. We're going to be testing pure for the cut, and low, medium, and high for the coag. And we want to set these values to their maximum values. So we just hold it until we max out here, max out. And then we're going to max out here for cut. Cut's maxed out, and then we're going to max out the coag as well. Okay. And now we're going to make sure that we're getting those acceptable values on our voltmeter here. So now we're going to, since I'm plugged into the cut, we're going to test the cut to make sure that we're getting the proper voltage. And we're getting 300. So that's correct on the pure. Okay, and next we're going to test the coag. Okay, and we're going to test it on low first. So make sure that we're getting the acceptable value. And we are 120. We're getting the correct value. We're going to test medium for the coag as well. And we're also getting the same, we're getting the correct value. And we're going to test high as well. And we're getting the correct value here as well. And just so you guys know, this is simulating the active electrode to which the doctor would be making the cuts and the coagulations, and this is the simulating the patient plate connecting to ground. Alright, now we're going to test the foot pedals. We have 3 foot pedals here. We have a foot pedal for the cut, foot pedal for the coag, and foot pedal for the bipolar. Now you couldn't see in the other part of the video, in order for us to test these, we have to have this plugged in to the coag for the coag to work, and this plugged into the cut for the cut to work, and the patient plate hooked up as well. We also again have the active electrode plugged in and patient return plate back to here as well. Okay, so now we're plugged into coag, and we're going to make sure that we're getting the acceptable value for low, which we do. And then we're going to test the medium, and it's good. And we're going to test high, and it comes out okay. Now we're going to unplug this and plug this into the cut. And now we're going to test the pure for the cut, just as we did before. And we're going to test the foot pedal, and we are getting the acceptable value, so we know it's working properly. Okay, and now for the bipolar, we're going to use this cord here. We're going to remove the active electrode and patient plate plug here, and we're going to plug these into them, and then plug this into the bipolar. Okay, and then we're going to use the foot pedal and test low first to make sure we're getting the correct value. And it comes up the correct value, 70. And now we're going to test medium, and we're getting an acceptable value. And lastly, we're testing macro for the bipolar, and we're getting an acceptable value there as well. And that is how you do a PM on an electrical surgical unit. Alright, once again, my name is Patrick Lonergan, and this is Bethesda North Hospital, and you've witnessed the PM procedure for the electrical surgical unit. And these are located in all hospitals around the country, and it's one of the most used devices by surgeons. And if you have any questions, you can email me at pwlonergan, LONERGAN, @cincinnatistate.edu.